Welcome back to Albright Metalworks. My name is Troy. I'm your host, and this time on Forge Friday. This is the third and final installment of the Rebar Cutlery Challenge, Fork Edition. Scott, Sarge, and myself are forging our own versions of a hand-forged fork out of rebar. Due to recent input on my videos, I will be doing a shorter video that is sped up and shortened. Forge on, my friends.
Did you notice I'm using my tong glove?
Oh, your hot mill glove?
As long as you don't get these wet, they work really good.
But if you get them wet and you grab something hot, you get a steam burn.
Oh, that's it. You can't get it off fast enough.
And steam burns suck. I'd rather be just straight up burnt than steam burnt. And as a blacksmith, you will get burnt.
Well, it's part of the job.
If you never get burnt as a blacksmith, you're not doing it right.
So what I'm doing though is I'm taking down a taper on the fork where I'm going to split it in to make it even.
And that taper down that he's doing is going to help when it comes to splitting and drawing out your fork tines.
Taper from there to there to there. So now I'm ready to split, which I am going to use a drill hammer to split it.
You use treadle hammer?
Yep.
All right, I'll reposition the camera to there.
Some of it's rust.
It's already rusted?
It's already rusted.
Show him that. So that's a feather that he made out of angle iron. And he's going to turn it into an incense burner.
Yeah, so we got it rust. Oh, it's so nice.
And that's just from, a couple hours?
Not even.
Not even a couple hours? All right, getting you set up here at the treadle hammer.
It's a little burny. So I'm going to turn it over where I upset it at, and I'm going to cut from that side. So you want to start from the tip. You see it right there. Give it a good hit and look at it. Yeah. And then you just trace it on back. Make sure it's still even. As far as I want to go, and then down to right on there. So I got a soft plate underneath here that takes a beating and doesn't wire metal. See?
So that's a half-inch mild steel sacrificial plate. Because you don't want to mess up your good plate on this $2,000 treadle hammer.
That's right.
It wasn't $2,000 when he bought it, but it is now.
Split it right there, and then work on each end, and then I gotta figure out the cool little thing you do. Make it perfect.
I don't know how I do that.
Whatever. Just wait. Troy's gonna make a fork, and it's so it's like.
And watch this time, it's going to be the ugliest fork ever. Because I haven't done it in forever.
Whatever. I mean, you.
You might not even know it.
So he's raw thing. Guess I don't have to do it anymore. But then,
Or you gotta start over.
But then your buddies are like, "Oh no, You gotta redo it again.
We got more rebar.
We got more rebar.
It's not a failure, it's just successfully learning how not to do it.
Well, yeah.
And a lot of forging is forging around to find out. Because there's not always a lot of material or very well written material on how to do stuff. YouTube University helps, but it's all different whenever you actually get your stuff in the fire and you hit it the first time. It's like the old adage of plans are great until you get punched in the face. Well, same thing with forging. Gloves are pretty amazing in what they can handle. Here's these. Always take off your hot shut when you're hammering. And that's why I always put my horn to my right.
Since I'm making a ball, I'm trying to do all the pre-work first.
And 9 out of 10 fingers is a bad grade. You never really worry about exactly how your tines look until the end, because they will get messed up throughout the process. So it's good to get your general taper down good, but if they're not lined up straight, don't worry about it until the end. Or you'll fight them the entire way. I've actually seen some smiths that start at the other end and work their way through the tines. Farm all. Still working on my tines. I'm trying to squish them back down because I got them a little too flat.
You gotta square them up, and then octagon, and then around.
That's for the traditional smiths. Just go with round all the way. Just messing. Now I'm going octagon. At least on that time.
But you see how he's like got the split, now it's these both ends of the fork and making them symmetrical.
And they're
Same
probably
length.
not going to end up the exact same.
But same length though. So when you put it together, they, you know.
And if you mess it up, then you use the hot cut and cut one down.
Yeah.
That's this Sunday?
It is this Sunday.
Okay, I guess we're going Sunday.
See, I tried that. He's doing the duplication, trying to get them both equal and same shape.
So middle of the crotch, it's almost drawn out to this edge of the anvil from the edge of the pritchel hole. And it's good to actually use reference points on your anvil to
It looks pretty
figure it
well
out.
the same.
This one's thicker because I got my line slightly off center when I was chiseling. So I'll end up having to cut one down a little bit.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, if you guys are just getting into blacksmithing, check out flea markets and yard sales, all that. You'll always find some good deals. Well, not always, but you'll occasionally find some really good deals where people really don't know what they got. And it's a good way to get tools cheap to start. But some people know what they got and they charge a lot for it.
And then what do? They keep it.
Or they put an astronomical price on it so nobody will buy it so they can keep it.
Oh, I'm married. That's what I do.
Constantly check your reference points, or you can use soapstone to mark on your anvil. So when I'm doing blacksmith's knives, I'll have marks laid down on the side, or my anvil in my shop, I actually have permanent chisel marks in the side. So I have permanent reference marks. Bandsaw. So if you notice when I started with Bertha, the big hammer, moved to Francois, and now I'm going to Pappy. So I always start with the heavy hammer, forge it close, move down a size and hammer, forge it a little farther, and then I work my way down. And that helps with your hammer fatigue on your arm, and helps you keep control longer and forge longer without burning out. That's a good tip. Don't just stick with one hammer. Get as many hammers of different sizes as you can. Different hammer for every job.
I call bullshit.
And how many hammers do you have?
A bunch of them. One for every project.
And your wife thinks you got enough tongs.
She's pissed. Like, how many tongs you need? I feel like, oh, babe, girl, you need all the tongs you need.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
It's like she used to them.
And then she's like, why don't you just make your tongs? I'm all like,
I'm not that good yet.
duly noted. But
Gotta have some tongs for that.
I gotta have some tongs. We'll have to use that one. So I'm going to straighten this one out a little bit, make it a little easier to work on.
See how you're still using the light hammer because blows are way more controlled than easy to do and those teeth. Because that forearm starts to burn, the elbow starts to burn, the bicep starts to burn.
Pounder. She's a big old gal. So she will flat flip an anvil off of a stand if you're not careful.
So Troy is making a fork for
Barbecue.
big barbecue.
draw that one out pretty long if I really wanted. Don't remember I had that one.
This one's real. It's about this long.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what Troy's gonna do with this fork, because it's supposed to be cutlery at a rebar.
I'm gonna trim it down. So it's a little past there. That's about down to where it could be cutlery, but I'm gonna have to get it a little thinner. And then flip it out of the way and work on the other one. Gained about a 1/4 inch on that one. Cheeseburgers. There we go. Another 1/4 inch.
Yeah, you've been like 25 minutes on this fork.
Me?
Yeah.
Or is that the total video?
No.
Okay.
See, that's how you bring them up to where then you got a nice solid middle. You can do a lot of things. You can put floor in there and put the ice, a lot of things. But we're making stuff out of rebar right now.
Scott's newfound love.
Draw that out nice. Back to the other one. You'll cut them off to the final measurement. There's enough material there to make whatever you want out of that.
That one I got really long.
I don't know, you're really fucking up right now trying to show Rick how to do this shit.
That's because you
He's
started
scared
bragging
now.
about me.
He's scared now.
You brag about me and then I screw it up.
Ah. So you close them up so they're tighter and tighter. So it's a thinner fork. You gotta cut them off.
But I gotta get them in the same plane right now so I can make sure I cut them off even. And I want to keep a similar bend at the transition. Because this one side's bent a little more. So if you hit behind your stuff while it's over the horn, it'll bend a little easier. Help it get to the transition you want.
Oh yeah, look at that thing. Looking good. Did I say that rebar is a very tough metal to forge? So what's the best thing about this project? It's the last
Be able
piece.
to sell and make some money. I actually get to be on camera instead of just me being behind the camera.
Oh yeah, you're on it.
Most of the time, I'm behind the camera filming one of y'all.
That's why he knows where the good stuff is happening, because he is a blacksmith.
Shadows on the sand and ice cream melting in my hand. Look at all the good things, yeah. Just look at all the good things. Smiling till my face is aching, loving till my heart is breaking. Look at all the good things we have. Happy, see if you can catch me. I'm spinning through the air, laughing wild, just like a child, and knowing we don't care. And when the storm is raging all around me, I'm the one who's dancing in the rain. Shadows on the sand and ice cream melting in my hand. Look at all the good things, yeah. Just look at all the good things. Smiling till my face is aching, loving till my heart is breaking. Look at all the good things we have. Just that you are enough. Know that you are made of. Shine bright, because in time all the good things will be awesome. Shadows on
Right now I'm doing
the
half
sand,
face
ice
blows,
cream melting in my hand.
where I'm
Look at all
striking
the
where
good
my hammer's halfway off the anvil and half on.
That's
helping do what's called a sit down.
Nothing.
Coffee doesn't do it for you?
I would drink coffee. 2 cups of coffee in 23 years in the military.
Yeah. Well, I said you were drinking military coffee. It tastes like dirt, probably because it has some in it. It's like
It didn't, it sure helps.
You're not retired. I remember our first time in the field and they made the coffee from the mess and it looked like it had creamer in it. Straight out. It was light tan and there was no creamer in it. It was like, how in the world does that happen?
I think I need to cut that back a little bit more. Well, will that draw out enough, I think?
It should draw out enough. It doesn't really need a lot and they're intended to go down pretty thin.
made one way back when I first started here, about, November, December.
Second one.
And I made a longer one. That wasn't sarcasm.
That's the most effort you'll ever put in for a 10% discount. And if people that weren't ever in the military want that 10% discount, then make them pop out 100 push-ups.
Some people get all tore up because the military gets 10% somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, well, for the police officer, first responder, paramedic, any of them, that's great.
Yeah.
People get tore up.
Yeah, I had someone chew me out at Lowe's one day. They're like, why the heck do you get 10% discount and I don't?
Well, because you didn't sacrifice your life for our country.
Yeah. I at least had the guts to sign my life away to the military for them to screw me up.
I used to get tore up in the recruiting office. Kids come in, well, I play, whatever Fortnite and all that stuff. Well, that's rude.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't jump your way through combat to keep from getting shot. I watched my son play Fortnite and he just bounce around everywhere and I'm like, that is not realistic. He's like, oh yeah, it is, Dad. And I'm like, no, you can't jump your way through combat to keep from getting shot. You can do bounding fire, but that's a totally different thing.
Bounding over.
Mm-hmm. My favorite is there's a guy on YouTube that goes by Grandpa Gaming. He's a 70-some-year-old retired sniper, and he goes on and schools all these 12-year-olds on Fortnite and other games, and just gets headshot after headshot after headshot. It's insane. This is gonna be a long video.
Yeah.
I took so much darn time on mine. It's a really short barbecue fork. Really short barbecue fork. Gotta have a pair of tongs to use it.
I'm like slingshot.
Yeah, you could make a little miniature slingshot out of it. So if you don't want the curl in it, you can actually put the tip of it on here and then hit behind it, and then it'll straighten it.
I'll make the card on that.
Oh, okay.
That's it for this episode of Forge Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you didn't like it, go ahead and do the same anyway. Helps the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for all notifications so you don't miss another episode. And if you'd like to donate to help the channel or our Forge Friday event, go to my website, link in the description. Forge on, my friends.